Thank you so much. So it seems that Persian Americans are very much interested into precision wellness. This presentation is also focused on precision wellness. Lifenome is a genomics AI company based in New York City, and one of our areas is precision health and wellness, very much like the company Precision Wellness. What generally wellness programs have gotten a very bad rap, and the reason for that is they're pretty much not very effective. So they're not effective in the longer term in terms of behavioral change. They're also not really feasible from an ROI perspective. It's very hard to substantiate what anyone should kind of invest in wellness programs, despite the fact that prevention seems to be a really, really good area for exploration. 60% of deaths are due to chronic diseases that could be prevented. 75% of healthcare costs is in advanced industrialized countries in particular. So the reason this seems to be not working is really kind of building on what Najin was saying, that companies do really generic things with wellness. One yoga class here, one Pilates class there, a weight loss program here or there. Doesn't take into account really like the lifestyle of a person, personalizing that kind of behavioral change in order to make it more effective. And this is where basically we come in. X-Health is a platform that we have that takes DNA data from any source. We can basically provide, we don't do wet lab testing ourselves. We take 15 different kinds of providers across the world. Wearable data could include Aspire or any other wearable data providers. We are an API business, so basically we can integrate inputs and outputs, and lifestyle data and behavioral data. And based on that, we basically can look at the entire life cycle of a person's wellness, not just their nutrition, not just their sleep, but the interactions, all of the above. And then we link all of that to three major outcome categories. How does this overall impact longevity? How does it, and this is basically how long you live, and this is of interest to life insurance companies primarily. How does it impact vitality? And vitality is basically your morbidity, not your mortality. And then in terms of psychological well-being. We look at a wide range of metrics when we are looking at this, from a genetic data perspective, from a wearables data perspective, and lifestyle and behavioral perspective, and monitor that over time. We did one of the first comprehensive studies on how a personalized wellness program would impact a population differently than a generic program. And this is something that is being published in PLOS, and we can actually provide you with copies of that if you're interested. And it shows substantial improvements over personalized approaches, shows substantial improvement over non-personalized approaches. The reason we can do all of this is basically because the Lifenome engine is based on an aggregation of 28,000 clinical studies, validated over 530,000 genotype-phenotype combinations, not just from the US, but from 25 countries across the world. And we can basically predict with more than 85% accuracy, 1,500 traits based on a combination of genetic, wearable, and lifestyle data. And the reason we can do that is actually that the co-founders of this company are pretty much scientists. Myself and Dr. Raya Khanin. I'm an MIT PhD, and I'm top 25 cited scholars in the world in complexity science. Raya is in the top 25 cited scholars in computational genomics in the world. And if any of you can figure out an interesting combination of why the two of us are interesting co-founders together, based on the information provided on the slide, we're more than happy to provide you with a free DNA kit and a comprehensive assessment. Based on the information that Kayvon provided initially and some of the information on the slide, this is basically kind of a puzzle, try to see why this partnership is an interesting partnership given the state of the world today. We have a lot of partners currently, Mount Sinai, GNC. These are Mount Sinai and Microsoft in particular on the research side, GNC, Weight Watchers on the nutrition side. We're doing a pilot with Zero Agree on to prove effectiveness on their Latin America office. And we are also working with other companies such as Unilever, Johnson & Johnson, others for personalized wellness, and have a European grant that we're doing together with IBM Watson. With regards to what we are looking for, we're looking for pilots. So we're looking for pilots with health and life insurance partners and carriers, generally between 200 and 500 participants, provide statistical significance, and we want to prove effectiveness and then basically go from there on. In terms of the contact information is pretty straightforward. My name is Ali, and Ali at lifenome.com is how you can generally reach me. I'm going to be also around in the other room, right by the computer, by the kind of stands. There's a computer, and I can kind of take you through what the program actually entails. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to respond to them. And if not, I will let you guys go to a break that you guys deserve after having gone through a post-launch, the lunch total, like, boring and